Intercepted. William Thomas.
To Raymond Chester. He could go all the way.
Harbaugh didn't have a chance.
Could the Raiders be headed to prime time soon? As we gear up for the highly anticipated game against the Carolina Panthers, there's a lot of buzz around potential trade moves, player performances, and future playoff hopes. In this week's mailbag, we dive deep into some of the most burning questions. Will the Raiders stay in the playoff conversation? Can up-and-coming tight end Brock Bowers overtake the NFL's best after Travis Kelce? And which players should we watch out for in this week's showdown? Stick around as we explore all this and more in the latest Raiders Today report. Don't forget to comment your thoughts and subscribe for all the latest Raiders news. What's next for the Raiders as they face off against the Carolina Panthers? As we approach this pivotal game, fans are asking the tough questions. From roster moves to trade speculation, and even the potential of flexing into primetime games, there's a lot riding on this upcoming matchup. In this special edition of the Raiders Report, I'll be tackling the key issues and questions surrounding the team, answering what's on everyone's mind, and providing insight into what the future holds for the Raiders today. The anticipation surrounding this game isn't just about the matchup itself. It's about where the Raiders stand in the league. Could a few more wins boost their profile? Or are there deeper concerns to address on both sides of the ball? Let's dive into the biggest questions and scenarios that could unfold this week. And if you're a die-hard Raiders fan, buckle up. This could be a season-defining moment. Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments. Could the Raiders be flexed into a primetime game? It's a question many fans are pondering as the team continues to string together wins. While it may seem early to tell, it's not just about the Raiders' performance. The NFL often looks at matchups as a whole. So much of this decision will depend on the teams they're up against. With a Monday night game already scheduled against Atlanta, all eyes are on other upcoming opponents like the Saints, who are performing well enough to make that game worthy of a primetime slot. This possibility is more than just about added TV exposure. Being flexed into prime time sends a clear message. The Raiders are a serious contender, but they need to keep winning. If they can maintain momentum and stay in the playoff hunt, we could see the NFL reshuffling the deck to give the Raiders the spotlight they deserve. However, the competition is fierce, and it won't be an easy path. For now, the focus remains on beating Carolina. A strong performance here could set the stage for a primetime push. But there's still work to be done. The team's fate is still largely in their own hands. What do you think? Do the Raiders have what it takes to go primetime? Comment below. Is Brock Bowers the next big thing at tight end? After watching the reigning champ, Travis Kelce, many are wondering who will eventually take his place atop the NFL's elite. Kelce, no doubt, is one of the greatest to ever play the position. But this season, he's starting to show signs of slowing down. While he's still a force, the whispers of who might follow him are getting louder. Enter Brock Bowers, a rising star many believe will soon surpass Kelce. Watching Bowers in action, it's clear he brings something special to the table. His ability to glide across the field with ease, combined with his strength and agility, has drawn comparisons to a more athletic Jason Witten. In just a few years, it's not hard to imagine Bowers being named the top tight end in the league. Will he be the Raiders' next key weapon? This transition won't happen overnight, but it's a storyline to watch. The NFL is blessed with talented young tight ends right now, and Bowers could soon be the crown jewel. What are your thoughts on Bowers? Is he the next big tight end? Let's hear it in the comments. Who is one player we should all keep an eye on this week? The answer might surprise you. Clavon Chaisson. While some might find it an unexpected pick, Chaisson has the potential to break out in this game against Carolina. Known for his speed and athleticism, Chaisson has the motivation to make this a revenge game after being cut by the Panthers earlier in the season. It's not always about athleticism. It's about heart and motivation. And this week, Chaisson has something to prove. He wants to show Carolina they made a mistake by letting him go. It's these kinds of moments where players tend to elevate their game, and Chaisson might just be the spark the Raiders' defense needs. Will he step up under pressure? This isn't just speculation. Chaisson's skill set is there, And if he can harness that extra bit of motivation, we could see a standout performance. Sometimes, all it takes is a little revenge to fuel a great game. Who are you watching closely this week? Let me know. Could we see some major changes on the offensive line soon? One of the names drawing attention is center Andre James, who has struggled this season. With trade rumors swirling around him and other key players like Colton Miller, it's becoming increasingly clear that the Raiders front office might be exploring their options to strengthen the line. The offensive line is the backbone of any offense, and when your center is underperforming, it disrupts the entire unit. James has shown flashes of potential, but his inconsistency has raised concerns. There's been talk that the Raiders might move some players around, perhaps even looking to offload James if things don't improve by the trade deadline. The solution might not be immediate, but it's certainly a conversation worth having. If James can't stabilize his performance, we could see some big moves in the coming weeks. What do you think? Should the Raiders stick with James or look elsewhere? The Raiders are at a crossroads, and this week's game against Carolina could be pivotal. From potential trade moves to rising stars like Brock Bowers, and even the possibility of a primetime flex, there's a lot to look forward to. As we get closer to game day, all eyes will be on the field to see how these storylines unfold. If you bleed silver and black, don't miss a second of the action. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for all the latest Raiders news. What's your prediction for this week's game? Let's get the conversation going in the comments. Stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a beat. Go Raiders!